All right, greetings and hello and welcome. Tonight we are hosting our very own masterclass, and the masterclass is on how to supercharge your engagement and conversions using the Facebook long post. I'm very excited to go over this topic. We have a pretty strong agenda tonight, so without further ado, I am just going to jump right into this information. So once again, this is the Supercharge Engagement and Conversions using Facebook Long Posts. So we're going to start with a brief introduction so you can get an idea of who I am and what I'm all about and how I came to this experience with Facebook and why I'm authorized to teach this course. My name is Toni Coleman Brown, and I'm the founder of the Network for Women in Business. We've been around now for about 6 years. We launched in November. Well, we actually launched in January of 2012, but I officially formed the company in November of 2011. The Network for Women in Business is an online marketing teaching platform, and basically what I do is I host webinars and teleseminars to help you learn marketing strategies and techniques to grow your business and just to grow personally and professionally as a business owner. So each and every year, one of the things we do is host the Small Business Bootcamp for Women. That's our annual event. And next year in 2017, that's going to be hosted on October 6th and 7th of 2017. I'm very excited about that. We have a very popular Facebook fan page. Our fan page has over 35,000 followers, and it's a pretty active page. And I must say that when it comes down to online marketing, I am pretty much a self-taught person, and recently I launched the Online Marketing Mastermind, and after taking several courses and getting several certifications actually, I taught myself really digital marketing. I've been involved in marketing for a long time with Black Expressions Book Club, where I was the director of marketing for that company. That was direct mail, so it was very different. We did some online marketing with Black Expressions, but we also did a lot of offline marketing with that. But I was able to go to the top of my network marketing company back in 2005 with the now defunct Warm Spirit, and I was able to do all of that really from teaching my team how to generate leads on the internet. And this was, you know, the internet wasn't that old. It was a little bit old and mature, but it's definitely not the way it is today. And I have to tell you that today there's lots of opportunities, and you're going to learn about one of the biggest opportunities for you to achieve success and increase your visibility with the Facebook long post. But, you know, more about who I am. I've been featured on blackenterprise.com, the Network Journal, Our Time newspaper. I was featured on Pix 11, the Working Woman Report, and these are a couple of books that I've written. So, you know, I'm not saying all of that to impress you. I'm really letting you guys know who you are with. For those of you who don't know me, a lot of you that registered for the course do know who I am, and you've been to a lot of my courses. And one of the things that I generally do is, and I generally pride myself on this, is really teaching you online marketing methods and ways that you can market and promote your business in a way that's simple and not complicated, in a way that you can understand it, and most importantly, in a way that you can implement it. So I'm very excited to be here tonight, and I'm very excited to work with each and every one of you. So let's go over some of the course materials. Some of the course materials for this particular masterclass is the 7-step Facebook storytelling checklist. And in this 7-step checklist, what you're going to find is, you know, basically 7 steps that kind of outline what you need to do in order to implement very quickly. So once you really understand the step-by-step implementation guide, the blueprint, you'll be able to use the checklist to very quickly use it as a guide for you to begin creating your own Facebook long posts. So those are the two corresponding materials that go with this masterclass tonight. So now let's go over some of the course objectives. Tonight what we're going to go over is why Facebook. Why Facebook is one of the top platforms that you should use. You're also going to discover what exactly is a Facebook long post. I know you've probably not heard it before because really and truly it's my term for Facebook really long posts that tell a story, that really get people captivated and engaged and draw them in. So we're going to talk more about what is the Facebook long post and how you can really use it to supercharge your engagement and your sales. And I'm going to teach you tonight in this masterclass how to craft your very own long post and how to frame your problem that you solve as a story, and how you can frame also your business as the solution. But we're going to use some very basic storytelling methods that actually use some powerful persuasion copywriting. So that's what you're going to learn tonight. You're also going to learn what are some of the basic elements that you use to boost engagement, and you're also going to learn what the number one tool is to increase your audience and expand your reach. So now let's talk about what's so special about Facebook. So I love Facebook. Facebook has been around for a while. It's one of my favorite platforms. What I love about it is it's a place where you can literally play big, like some of the big brands like Starbucks or Disney or Carnival Cruise Line. It really levels the playing field. You can build your own custom audience on Facebook, because once you have the ability to build a fan base like we have with the Network for Women in Business, you have your own market that you can actually go back to and market and promote to at any given time. So what's cool about having fan pages is the fact that people have showed that they have interest in what you're doing by liking your page. So once you find that you have all of these people liking your page, and you're feeding them with the type of information that's going to make your page grow very virally and organically, then you can begin to communicate directly with the people who like you, directly with the people who are interested in what you have to offer, and you can now go back and promote to those people. Because, hey, you know, we all know that sometimes people come by and like your page and never come back, but just the mere fact that they liked your page showed that they had some type of interest in what it is that you have to offer. So one of the better things that you can do is build a really big fan base, and then go back to that fan base and promote all of the things that you have to offer in your business. But you definitely want to position that as a problem. But what I love is the fact that you can build your brand, you can sell more products and services, and Facebook is one of the most widely used platforms, and people spend a lot of time on Facebook. And also what's really cool is the fact that people are using their smartphones to actually view Facebook. And most people, you know, aren't even looking at Facebook via their desktop. They're looking at it using their smartphone. So you want to keep that in mind when you're putting together all of your Facebook posts, that when people read it, they're going to actually look at it through their phone. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. And Facebook is actually the same size as China. So, I mean, with over 1 billion users, that's pretty huge, because think about it, there are only 320 million people here in the United States. So Facebook is more than 3 times the population of the United States. So not only do you have the ability to increase and expand your reach, but you have the ability to increase and expand your reach outside of the U.S. So you can really build yourself as an international brand when you are on Facebook. But the number one reason why Facebook is really special is because you have this unique ability to target your ideal customer by not only demographics but psychographics. And that's one of the things that was very difficult for us to do when I was in traditional direct marketing where we were mailing to people. Yeah, we can find them by their location, but when you're mailing to people, you don't necessarily know if a person is a male or a female. There was a time when you could really tell by a person's name, but at the end of the day, my husband's name is Sandy. And so how do you know that Sandy is not a male or not a female? Oftentimes when I go out to dinner with my husband and he gives his credit card and the waiter comes back, they will bring the credit card to me thinking that I'm Sandy. But when you're mailing, you can't tell whether it's male or female. But on Facebook, people self-identify as male or female. They also tell their age, because one of the things that people do on Facebook is they enter in their birthday. So you know when they're born. You also know what they're interested in. You know what their behaviors are, because one of the things that Facebook does is it tracks people's behavior. Also, Facebook has the ability to tell you whether the users are using Androids or iPhones. And also Facebook has the unique ability to allow you to build custom audiences. So for example, if you have a group of people that at one point in time said yes to a webinar that you offered, and you have all of their emails, and you can take all of those emails and you can drop them into Facebook, and Facebook will build a custom audience for you based on those emails. And that's pretty powerful if you're ever going to host another webinar or event that's similar to the one that you had in the past, because of course those same people that were interested in that webinar will be interested in the new one. Additionally, if you have customers and you have all of their email addresses, then they have shown some interest in you in one way, shape, or another. And one of the things that you can do with that information is you can load all of your customers' emails into Facebook, and Facebook will build a custom audience. So people who have purchased from you in the past will be able to view any of your ads that you're advertising specifically, because Facebook has built this custom audience. And then in addition to that, Facebook can build a lookalike audience. So for example, if you have a list of all your customers, you could drop those emails into Facebook and ask them to build a lookalike audience. And what a lookalike audience will be, it will be individuals that have the same type of behavior as your customers. So that's really powerful. And so I have to tell you that, that's one of the main reasons why I believe Facebook is really one of the best platforms that's out there today, because of, people actually expose so much information. And I mean, they willingly give a lot of information to Facebook. I'm sure a lot of you that are on the webinar tonight has probably given a lot of information to Facebook. But that's what makes Facebook so exciting for marketers and people like you and I who are interested in really growing their business. It really lets you drill down on not just a demographic but a psychographic basis, and that's everything. So what are Facebook long posts? Yeah, I mean, that's what this is all about. So let's just get right into what this is and why I'm really very excited about it. So Facebook long posts are posts that truly tell a story. And when you take the time out to craft a Facebook long post, what you will end up having is an audience that, has gotten to know a little bit more about you, that has, done a deep dive with you in terms of getting into your personal space. And also you will have powerful copy in your long post that will be presented in such a way that the person will be prompted to really take action once they finish reading the long post. So I have two examples here on this particular slide, and I want to take some time to actually read the long post, because when you read it, you're going to get an idea of why they're so powerful and why they prompt people and cause people to pause when they're scrolling through their news feed to take a look at these long posts. I'm going to start with this one, with the one on the right, which is the one that I published. And then we're going to go over to the one by Dee Beringia, uh, who is somebody that I follow a lot on social media, and she does a great job as well with her Facebook long posts. So this is one that I put together actually for this particular webinar, and I have to tell you that it was very successful. So one of the things I said was here, when I was a young girl, I thought I wanted to be a computer engineer. I got accepted into the School of Engineering at Howard University, and I failed miserably. I changed my major to business, and I finally graduated after 6 years of struggling. Fast forward years later, and here comes the internet. So I teach myself how to become an online marketer. I combine my online marketing skills with my home business, and I began to generate a 5-figure monthly income. Cool, huh? Then along comes social media, a new beast to conquer, and I teach myself how to master that too. With 35,000 fans on Facebook and hundreds of people being added to my list on a regular basis and generating sales on a consistent basis, it's truly become a dream come true. It wasn't easy to figure out at all, but I did. Have you ever struggled like that? I mean, I purchased product after product that told me absolutely nothing. No one was really delivering the information in a step-by-step format the way I needed it. So I decided to become that person in the marketplace to teach these skills the right way, not holding anything back. And on Thursday, October 13th, I'm hosting a masterclass to teach people like you how to master what I call the Facebook long post. Register. So, I kind of tell them a little bit about my story so you can get an understanding of who I am, what I'm about, what happened to me on my journey. I give a little social proof and so show you that, I was able to build a fan base, and now I'm generating sales and leads on a regular basis. I talked about earlier, show some more social proof, how I was able to use my online marketing skills and combine it with my home-based business and generate a 5-figure monthly income. So these are some of the things that we're going to break down, but these are some of the things that I want you to take notice of in the Facebook long post. So let's look at the one on the left-hand side. Decipher social media, generate automated leads, and make consistent sales to any business, product, or service you choose. Join entrepreneurs up-leveling in business and life. Register. So this is good because what it does here is it takes the link that she wants you to register to above the fold on Facebook. In mine, people will literally have to really read all the way through before they register for the course. So another good thing that I could have done that would have been even better is to move my link up above the fold, because when you look at these long posts on Facebook, sometimes you will have to click a button that says continue reading. But anyway, let's finish with reading Dee Beringia's. People like me who know they deserve more in life are seeking a realistic path. Finally, I have an event that can give proven strategies from. Cherry Varaja, well, whatever that is, says, I won't miss this for the world. Ellen Rosales says, I learned that you must take action when the opportunity comes or you'll be in the same place next year watching those that were with you rise because they took action. I started saving up tips from waiting tables to turn the lights back on. I was frustrated with my life and the decisions that I had made that led me to that point. I was seeking a tangible strategy that I can do as a brand new entrepreneur. Now my life is a lot different these days than the days I work 12 hours. That's why I feel it's my duty to give back and share how I reached the international flying public speaking diva they call Dee. After all, I'm just a woman with a dream. I want to make it clear I don't have some special powers. I just want to work. So at our events, we would like not only to share with you how we are building our business, but we walk you through exercises that encourage you to implement what you've learned immediately. So as you can see, what she's done here is she's talking about her event. So immediately you know that she's having an event. It's mylifestylealchemy.com. And then what she did to show kind of social proof, she put in some testimonials. And then she talked about how her past life was, and everybody loves a good rags to riches, type of story. And now she's talking about where she is. So as you can see with my story and with her story, there are some really key elements in here that really move people to action. And they move to action in a way where they're either going to click on the link to find out more, but what you're looking to do here with your Facebook long posts is you're looking to cause an interruption. You want people to stop, look, listen. You want them to read and go through all of the information and get captivated enough so that they will click on your post and click on your links and take action. And trust me, these Facebook long posts actually work, because here are some of the results, right? So one of long posts got over 200 likes and 36 shares. And another long post got 37 likes and 2 shares. That's not a lot of shares, but let me tell you something. If you have one share, that's really good, because you don't know if the person who shared your post has, a list of friends that are, in the thousands, or they may have a fan page. They may share it to a fan page that has thousands of people, or they may share it to a group that has thousands of people. But just the sheer fact that it was shared is huge. Likes is great, but if you get to have any of your posts shared by a lot of people, that just expands your reach. It expands it from just a couple of hundred people or a couple of thousand people to potentially millions of people. And trust me, when you have people that are liking your post, what's going to end up happening is, as a result, Facebook is going to start showing it to more people. Because the more people, so say for instance I have a page of 35,000 people, right? But like I said before, not all of those 35,000 people will actually see all of my posts, because what Facebook does is, with its algorithm, it actually only shows posts to people who are engaging in the information on that page. So the more any type of engagement you have, what it does is it'll start opening up more people. So it'll start opening up your post to more people, because it's showing that, you know what, people who like this page, are really digging his content. So let's just open it up and show it to more people. And then once your content goes viral, then it definitely opens up to more people. And that viral reach is just priceless. It really is. because now what's happening is other people are beginning to do the work for you as it relates to pulling people into your world and pulling them onto your page and then getting your link to your outside websites, whether it's lead capture pages or pages for them to download some product, or whether it's just a page in your website where your blog is hosted. It's increasing your engagement, and anytime you can increase your engagement, you're going to always, always, always have better results. And those Facebook long posts, they really pull it in, and it's something that if you're not doing it in your business, you definitely want to start. So how do you craft your Facebook long post? And that's what we want to get into right now. We want to go into step-by-step how to craft your Facebook long post. So one of the first things you want to do, and I always tell my students that the best way to create any type of strategy, whether it's a content strategy or whether it's a sales strategy or whether it's your marketing strategy, the first thing you want to do is lay it out on paper first, okay? So one of the first things you want to consider is your purpose. What is going to be the purpose of your long post? Is it that you want to generate sales or leads? Is it that you want people to download your book or download a free report? Or do you want someone to book appointments? So the first thing you want to do is figure out, what is my purpose? What is the purpose of this long post? Okay? So once you figure out what the purpose of your long post is, you want to figure out what problem you're looking to solve with that particular post. And you're thinking in terms of your business. And so, for example, if you are in the business of selling weight loss products, then one of the things that you are looking to do is, and you have to be careful with weight loss on Facebook, but I just want to use that as an example. So if you are looking, your company sells products that will help you lose weight, then basically the whole premise of your long post is to talk about the problem of obesity and talk about your company as the solution for solving that particular problem. So once you kind of have the problem at hand, so I don't know what type of business most of you guys are in, but if you want to type it into the chat, we can use one of you as an example. But I'm going to, for right now, I'll just stick with the weight loss. So one of the things you might want to say when you turn it around and turn that problem into a question is, have you ever struggled to lose weight? So if it were me and I was looking to promote my online marketing mastermind, one of the things, and my event is the solution for people who struggle to promote their business and market on the internet. One of the things that I might do to turn that problem into a question is say, have you ever struggled to market and promote your business online? That would be a way for you to start it off. So you want to start off with the problem, and you want to ask the question, basically, have you ever had this problem, whatever the problem is? Then the next thing you want to do is amplify that problem. So when you amplify the problem, what it means is it's almost like, if you have a wound, if somebody has a wound and you throw salt on it, you want to amplify it. You want to make it sting, right? You want to really get under people's skin. So the next thing you're going to do is say something like, if it's with the diet realm, you might say something like, have you, are you tired of trying every diet, but nothing seems to work? So, your first question is, have you ever struggled to lose weight? Or have you ever tried every diet plan, program, weight loss, potion, lotion, whatever, and nothing seems to work? For me, for online marketing, you may say, have you ever struggled to market and promote your business online? To amplify it is, you've tried every program out there, but nothing seems to work. That's how you amplify it. You just add some copy and some more information to it to really pump it up, to really kind of like pour salt on that wound, to make them feel that pain of that problem. That's what amplifying that problem does. Then you want to take them off the hook and let them know, you know what? Half the time it's not your fault. Most of the time it's not your fault. Or you can use something called feel, felt, and found. And you can say, I understand how you feel. And you know what? I felt the exact same way. But what I found is, right? Or you can say, you know what? It's not your fault because you're probably just like me and you've purchased a lot of different programs that are out there, but nothing seems to work. So that's really, kind of letting them off the hook. You poured salt on the wound. You're making them sting and feel pain. Now you're kind of putting a Band-Aid on the wound. Okay? Then what you want to do is you want to provide a solution. So, you may say something like, a lot of people say that drinking water helps. I've tried it and but what I found was all it did was make me feel full, less hungry, and not satisfied. And if for somebody like me, I might say something like for online marketing, well, you might have tried, just posting on Facebook. People have told me in the past to post, 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 post. But what I found is that, I could do all of this posting, but it seems like all that's happened for me is I've wasted a lot of time and never saw any results. So what you want to do is provide a solution, but that solution may be a little weak. But then once you provide a solution, you want to talk about add another piece of the problem to it, right? So you provide a simple solution, but then you add a more piece of the problem to it, and then you want to give your full solution with a call to action, and that's what you're going to say, well, you know what I did after all of that? I tried this 7 pounds in 7 days program, and you know what? It really seemed to work well for me. You might want to click here now to learn more. And so that may be something that you want to, kind of at this point in time, bring in your solution to the problem. And when you bring in your solution to the problem, you want to put in your call to action. And, whether it's to click here to find out more, or go to this link to register, or click here to download a free report that gives all of the secrets to losing 7 pounds in 7 days. That's what you want to do. But then you also want to make sure that you share some testimonies or give social proof. And some of the social proof could be like in my long post where I talked about, one of the things I did was I taught myself how to market online. I combined it with my home business and I started earning 5 figures a month. I mean, that's proof, right? That's social proof. Or you could give testimonies. So for the online marketing mastermind, I might want to say something like, one of my students from my last online marketing mastermind live event, she did something that she never thought that she could do. And she said at the end of the event, Tony, you're going to have a customer for life. Or, some type of testimony that somebody gave. You can add that in there. But if you don't have a testimony or you don't have a personal testimony, you could always use somebody else's testimony. Or what you can do is, if you don't have proof, social proof that you've created right now, you could use somebody else's social proof until you build yours. So I hope that's making sense. And then what you might want to do is add a sense of urgency. And a sense of urgency with your call to action is simply where you will say, this is a limited time offer. For me, it was the course takes place on October 13th at 9 p.m. So you have a really limited period of time where you can register, right? So you want to make sure that there's a sense of urgency and that there's a time frame so that people will go and they will do what they need to do right away. And what you can do is you can have a limited time offer. You can say, guess what? This sale ends on October 13th at midnight. You can use something like that. Or you can say there are only 5 seats available. You want to get them now because once they're gone, they're gone. So these are some of the elements that you want to definitely use when it comes down to crafting your Facebook long post, because as you go through the implementation plan and you begin to write out and craft your long post, one of the things you're going to discover as you're going through the implementation plan and doing these particular steps, step by step, that it's not as hard as you think. And one of the things you could possibly do is think about the last time that you actually made a purchase, that you actually read something on the internet, whipped out your credit card, and made a purchase. I mean, to be quite honest with you, we're about to enter into the heaviest shopping online shopping season in the history, of the year. Fourth quarter, it's holiday time. More people are purchasing Christmas gifts online than people are getting smarter than they are going out waiting on long lines in stores. So, think about the last time you pulled out your credit card. What did you read? What did you see? And it may have been because you saw my Facebook long post that decided that, had you decide that, what, I need to do that. So what you want to do is once you find something that prompted you to make a purchase, you want to go back and review it to look at all of the elements and see how they did and what they said, how they did what they did and what exactly they said, the copy that, really makes all of the difference and will make your long post convert, because it's all about supercharging your engagements and conversions, because at the end of the day you want conversions, because conversions will make your life so much easier. And I have to tell you guys, once I really shifted from just giving things away for free to maybe charging, and it may be a small fee to generate leads, what I've noticed is that any ad I run now on Facebook is so much more profitable. So you have to really work on crafting your long posts as well as crafting your offers in a way that it makes sense. So I hope you guys are getting a lot out of this, but these are very important elements that you need when it comes down to crafting your long posts. So elements you need to use to boost your engagement. This is what we want to talk about now. So one of the things that I found that really helps to boost engagement with your Facebook long post is if you couple it with visual elements or visual images. These are some of the things that do very well on Facebook and social media in general. People are very visual, and as they're flipping through their phones and flipping through their timelines, you need to have certain things that are going to capture their eyes. You're either going to capture their attention with your words, with the long post, but you want to couple that with capturing their attention with their eyes. So people are very visual. Infographics, like what you see over here, they do very well. Memes do extremely well. So like this, not today, they do very well. So if you couple your long post with a visual, whether it's a photo or a comic or some quotes on a beautiful background, you're going to find that your long post is going to do better. But what I want to show you, I want to show you now the number one element that you can use to boost your engagement. That number one element is video. If you combine your Facebook long post with a video, I promise you that your long post is going to go more viral. You're going to get more sales. You're going to generate more conversions, and your engagement is just going to go absolutely through the roof. So video is everything, and video doesn't have to be long. Your video could be a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and if you cut a video like every week or every day or every couple of days, and you combine it with long posts, and you create a strategy to wrap it around your product and really frame it the right way and write that long post the right way, you're going to see major leap results. I promise you. It's just going to happen because that's just the nature of people, and you're really framing the long post and telling the story in a way that prompts people to take action. And that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, you want people to take action because you want all of your efforts to end up converting a sale. So now I want to talk to you about how to expand your reach and your audience, because like I said before, just because somebody likes your page, that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody who likes your page will see your post. So I can go to my page on any day, and even though there are 35,000 people that have liked my page, this particular post on the left is a post that I posted to my page, and of the 35,200 plus, 300 plus people that like my page, only 783 people saw this particular post. Now, this is how you put your long post on steroids. First of all, you have your long post. Second of all, the copy is written in a way that absolutely makes sense, and it will convert a reader to a buyer, right? And then the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that that long post is viewed by the maximum amount of people. And the way to ensure that is to boost your post. So when you boost a post, if you look down here at the bottom of every post, you'll see this little blue button that says boost post. So when you go and you boost a post, it'll allow you to select what audience you want to see it. You can either have people who like your page, or you can create a new a new audience through targeting, or you can use a retargeting pixel on your website, or you can create a new group for targeting. There's so many things that you can do as it relates to creating an audience for you to boost and expand your reach. But that's all boosting a post is all about. It's all about expanding your reach so that more people can view your long posts and get captivated and pulled into your story, so much so until they will want to pull out their credit card and make a purchase with you. So that's very important, very important. You want to boost your post. And you don't have to boost your post for a lot of money. You could boost a post for $5. But just to get your information in front of more people and in front of the right people, it's so important that you want to take time to do this. And you want to make sure that you do it with your long post, because that's going to send your engagement on steroids. So what's next? So right now I want to talk to you about what you should do next now that you have this information. So what I did was I sent you your 7-step checklist for your Facebook long post. And I also sent you your step-by-step blueprint or your guide that will show you exactly what you need to do in order to implement on your Facebook long post. And I would like to encourage you to take these two guides and the implementation plan as well as the checklist. Use the two of these together and start with the implementation plan, the step-by-step blueprint, and use that as a worksheet. So the first thing that you're going to do, because you're going to see on page 1, it talks about what's your purpose, what are your goals, what are the purpose for your post. So you want to write down what your goals are, what your objectives are. Then you want to write down what problem it is that your business solves. You want to go and you want to put that information in that box. Then you want to restate that problem as a question. And that's how you're going to start off your long post. Then you're going to do what I said before, which is like pouring salt on the wound. You're going to amplify the problem by making it worse. And, talking about, well, have you ever experienced this too? Well, what about this? Have you experienced this as well? And you want to just, make the problem seem bigger than life. Then you want to take your reader off the hook. And then you want to write how you're going to do that. So take the implementation plan and go through it. But most importantly, when you get to the end and it talks about boosting, do a test. Do a test in boosting your post. Do a $5 test. And then measure how you did. How many likes did you get? How many clicks on your link did you get? How many downloads or sales did you get? Are you profitable? Did you make more money from boosting your post than you spent on boosting your post? And then what you want to do, once you have everything written down on paper, you want to go through your checklist and make sure that you utilize all of the elements from the checklist. So just check off, yes, I have this. Check. I have, I amplified the problem. Check. I used feel, felt, found to get them off the hook. I gave a solution. I stated another problem. I gave another solution. I provided social proof or a testimony. And then I included scarcity and urgency. And then the last thing I did was I boosted it for maximum exposure. So you want to use the implementation plan and the checklist hand in hand so that you can move forward and create your own first Facebook long post. So with that, I hope that you will take the information and absolutely jump off this masterclass and get right into action and start developing your own very first Facebook long post. So with that, we're really done. And I want to thank you guys for actually being here on this masterclass tonight. I don't take it lightly that you took time out of your busy schedule to be here. And, if you guys ever feel like you need more information, I want to welcome you to attend one of my online marketing mastermind events. The last one we just had was October 1st and 2nd, I believe it was. Yeah, it was October 1st and 2nd. And we're having the next one on April 1st and 2nd in 2017. The information is not up on the website yet, but you want to make sure that you take note of the online marketing mastermind live.com. You want to write that down, put it in a safe place because you want to check it so that you can secure a seat if you want some step-by-step hand-holding information. This is I hosted the first online marketing mastermind live event this year. I'm going to host 3 next year. And I know that by far this is going to be my best event because it's unlike any event that I've ever had, in that the attendees, it's always going to be small because we go into a boardroom and it's literally a workshop. You bring your laptop and I work with you before we actually have the event. I work with you ahead of time. But what you do at the event you will actually create your own lead capture pages. You will actually create your own ads, and you will begin to generate leads right at the event. I teach you copy. I teach you, how to find information product if you don't already have your own information product. We do a lot of work ahead of time. I teach you how to create your own list, generate your own list, create your own newsletters. So all of that stuff goes into this class. And I only have, I only hold 10 slots available. And I'm good even if only 5 people show up because, this past mastermind event was absolutely amazing. I enjoyed myself. The attendees enjoyed themselves and they got a lot out of it. So if you ever feel like you want more hands-on and more hand-holding, then definitely go online and check out the Online Marketing Mastermind Live. But I want to open it up right now to see if you guys have any questions. So if you have any questions, you can raise your hand and ask the questions now. Or, if you don't have any questions, we can go ahead and move forward and close out the class and end it now. So I'm just going to give you guys a minute to see if you have any questions or any comments, anything you want to add. And if not, we're going to close it out. So I hope you got a lot out of the Facebook Long Post Masterclass and that you learned what it was all about. You learned the anatomy of it. You learned how to implement and execute on it. You have your implementation guide and you have your checklist. And I will be sending out the MP4. And I look forward to definitely, working with you guys more. So I got some comments. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. And I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the class. And I hope to see you guys next time on our next master class that we will offer. So look to hear for more information about that soon. But thank you so much for being on the master class tonight on the webinar. You guys take care. And if there are no more questions or comments, the webinar is now officially over. Thank you guys so much and have a great rest of the night.